Let us open the Gospel of John, chapter 9. Jesus says, "If you are blind, you would not be guilty of sin. But now that you claim you can see, your guilt remains." The Pharisees and teachers of the law were the religious leaders who claimed to believe in God fervently. Whom did these people yearn for? Who were they waiting for? Even though the Messiah was right in front of them, they didn't recognize him. Aren't they truly blind? They did not recognize God, who was in front of them. If they are not the blind, then who are? There are people who claim, "I have read the Bible countless of times." However, if they do not realize that God is coming to this earth in the flesh, they cannot say, "I read the Bible." Isn't that right? That's why Jesus says, "Now that you claim you can see, your guilt remains." Today too, there are so many blind guides. No matter how many times they read the Sabbath day and the Passover in the Bible, if they do not know whether or not to keep them, they are spiritually blind. This is why Jesus says, "Now that you claim you can see, your guilt remains." He meant, if you are physically blind, you would have come and asked me, "Please open my eyes." Then, you would have recognized my power and had a little faith in me. However, since you claim you can see, but fail to recognize me, aren't you the blind? The same is true today. Jesus came a second time to this earth to save mankind, but no one recognized him. Let us turn to John chapter 1, verse 10. "He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet, to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Children born, not of natural descent, nor of human decision, or a husband's will, but born of God. The Word, that is God, became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth." Therefore, we can realize that we, who were spiritually blind, now have our eyes opened. In the past, we were blind, but now we can see. Thus, we can recognize our eternal spiritual Father and Mother. We are now able to take our step towards salvation, which is the grace of God.